Judges 8. Gideon's victory, pride, and Israel's drift. After the Midianites fled, the men of Ephraim confronted Gideon. They were angry because they had not been called earlier to fight. Gideon answered them gently, saying that what they had done in capturing the princes Oreb and Zeb was greater than anything he had done. His humble words calmed their anger. Gideon and his 300 men crossed the Jordan River, exhausted but still pursuing the enemy. He came to the towns of Succoth and Penuel and asked for food for his men, because they were faint and still chasing Zebah and Zalmunna, the kings of Midian. But the leaders of Succoth and Penuel refused to help, saying they did not believe Gideon would succeed. Gideon warned them that when the Lord delivered Zebah and Zalmunna into his hand, he would return and punish their lack of support. Gideon continued on and surprised Zebah and Zalmunna near Karkor. He attacked their camp and captured the two kings. On his way back, Gideon punished the leaders of Succoth with thorns and briars and tore down the tower of Penuel as he had promised. Then Gideon questioned Zebah and Zalmunna about the men they had killed at Mount Tabor. They answered that the men looked like kings, and Gideon realized they had killed his brothers. He executed Zebah and Zalmunna as justice for their deaths. After this victory, the people of Israel asked Gideon to rule over them as king, along with his sons and grandsons. But Gideon refused, saying that the Lord alone should rule over Israel. However, Gideon asked for gold from the plunder taken from Midian. The people gave him earrings and ornaments, and Gideon used the gold to make an ephod, which he placed in his city, Ophrah. This ephod became a snare to Gideon and to Israel, leading them into unfaithfulness. The land had rest for 40 years during Gideon's lifetime. Gideon had many wives and 70 sons, and he also had a concubine who bore him a son named Abimelech. After Gideon died, the people of Israel once again turned away from the Lord and served the Baals, especially Baal-berith. They forgot the Lord who had delivered them from their enemies, and they did not show kindness to Gideon's family. Judges 8 teaches that while God delivers his people through faithful servants, victory can easily lead to pride, compromise, and spiritual drift if hearts are not guarded. Next comes Judges 9, where Abimelech seeks power and brings violence and division to Israel.